What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Interrogating. My name's Narwhal, and today I'm here with Jason Twaddle, who, how would you describe yourself? What are you, a bodybuilder, or what do you consider yourself?
I'd say a hybrid.
Okay.
I'm definitely not big enough for a bodybuilder,
Yeah.
but I like to lift weights, so that's kind of what I...
Okay. In an ideal world, like if you could pick anything, what's like the dream career path? Like what are you trying to become?
Ultimately would be an influencer. Would be the funnest, to just travel around the world, work out with people and get paid for it.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Would be the move.
How do the people that are like big, like influencers in the fitness scene, how do they make money? Is it mainly from like their own like ad revenue through YouTube channels and stuff, or is it through like partnerships?
There's like 10 different channels. They got their sponsorships. They have their programs that they sell. Honestly, a lot of other factors.
Yeah.
Some of them open up their own gyms, which is really cool.
Is that something you would want to do? Open up your own gym one day?
Yeah. They're not very profitable, but it'd be fun to have
a
gym with your name on it.
So before we dive into like all about weightlifting and bodybuilding and all that type of stuff, what's your journey been like for people who don't know who you are? What's kind of been like the process like to where you are now? Because you're definitely not in the beginning. Like you have a following on Instagram. You have what, like 12K? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're definitely like out there. You're not quite, I'm sure not where you want to be yet, but you like have a following for sure. So like what's been the process like so far to get to where you're at right now?
So what I originally did was I created the page to make myself accountable to go to the gym.
Oh.
Because I stopped playing soccer, so I had to find something that I loved.
Yeah.
So I did that, ended up working out. Page kind of blew up, which was really cool, and then kind of just went from there.
So it was originally like literally just for yourself and like your own progress and stuff. And
exactly.
That's kind of crazy.
And then we ended up doing like a school assignment on it.
Oh, okay.
A bunch of my friends did ads on it.
Yeah.
Where you paid like $10. It was just like a school project, and ended up working, and
that's awesome.
Kind of went from there.
It's surprising to me, like, because you said you stopped playing soccer, and so you played in high school. Did you play in college too?
Yeah, I played in college for 3 years.
That's so like, to me, someone who's like just recently got into working out and like lifting, it's so surprising that you played soccer because you're so big, and I feel like that's so like opposite of what people expect when they see a soccer player.
I was never able to pack on weight because I was running so much.
Yeah.
So this actually gave me the opportunity to get gain some size, which was good.
Yeah. So for you, you said you're kind of like a hybrid. So to you, is it more about like strength, or is it more about like the physical appearance?
See, that's where the hybrid comes in, because I'm not going to be the strongest guy around, but I'm also not going to be the best looking. So I try to get a little bit of both to find that good balance.
Okay. Yeah, because that's something I've always thought was interesting. Like sometimes I'll see power lifters that are like literally don't look athletic at all.
Like 500 pounds.
Yeah, and they're just insane. And then I'm sure there's also people that look shredded but really can't lift much at all. Yeah. Because either it's like, I don't know, does genetics play a role too?
Genetics is a huge part.
Because I'm sure there's people that don't hardly lift at all that look really shredded.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's dealt, a certain hand, and it just depends on the way how you play it. So I can get pocket aces, but you get a 7-2.
Yeah.
And I get shit cards on the beginning, and then you get 7-2 too, and you get a full house. It just depends how you play your hand.
Really for sure.
I mean, I might get there quicker than you, but at the end of the day, we can all get the same results.
Yeah. The one thing I wanted to ask you near the end, but I feel like now's a good time to bring it up. Do you feel like anybody can be you? Like, do you think that anybody has like the capability to become like huge and just shredded and just like a monster?
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting nutrition dialed in and putting in the work, because a lot of people get unmotivated because they're not consistent. A lot of factors like that play in. Yeah,
because I feel like a lot of people will see someone like you and they instantly write it off like, oh, well, like, I'm not built like that. Yeah. But it's like, I feel like you could become that.
Absolutely. You should see some people's transformations. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So when it comes to like diet and getting in the right amount of calories and the right food, like what is your regimen? Do you take it pretty seriously? Do you kind of eat what you want here and there? Because I know that like, I've heard of people that literally track every single thing they eat every day. What's your process like?
I try to find a good balance, because I want to enjoy my life. I don't want to always be like the person that brings the scale to the party. Like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I just kind of make sure I try not to cut back on the sugars, decrease my fats, simple things like that.
Okay. What about like carbs?
Carbs as well. So right now I'm doing carb cycling. So what I do is Monday through Friday I'm doing low carbs, and then Saturday and Sunday I increase my carbs.
Okay, what does that do?
It just tricks the body into thinking, you have those glycogen sources that help you burn those calories. But,
okay. So you do like have a system. It's just not like super intense.
Yeah.
Okay. I like, for people who aren't really into lifting or like this type of stuff, do you kind of follow because I've heard about people talking about like, oh, it's like bulking season or like shredding season or like whatever, or like a lean bulk. Like I've heard all these terms thrown around or whatever. Do you follow a certain months you do something and then other months you do something else?
So typically in the winters when I do bulking season, the reason that was invented is because you have to have fat on your body in order to build muscle. If you're super doesn't you can't build muscle. Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So that's why that kind of originally started.
Okay. And so
during that period, I just literally eat anything and everything.
That must be a fun time of the year.
Yeah, it gets expensive.
Yeah. So you literally will eat whatever you want. Does your workout style change when you're bulking?
The only thing that changes is going to be the cardio.
Okay. So
I never really do cardio in the winter. I get a little chubby.
Wow.
And then I increase my cardio and eat a little bit less, and that's it.
Okay.
For shredding down.
So that's just kind of a consistent, like every year, like you'll bulk in the winter. And then at what point do you do things change?
Once the sun comes out.
Okay. And then does it instantly change to like shredding like you would in like the middle of the summer, or is there like a transition on like what you eat and how you work out?
Usually I try to set a goal, like if there's a vacation that it's coming up.
Yeah.
I try to start about 2 months before.
Okay.
But everybody's bodies works differently.
Yeah.
Some people can shred in a month, some people 5 months.
Yeah.
It just really depends how hard they work and their genetics as well.
So one thing I've always been curious about is like sometimes my buddy will like see a photo of this guy and be like, that's like too big. Like that guy is absolutely insane. I wouldn't even want to look like that.
Those are steroids.
Like, yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
Is there a point to you where you're like, I don't want to get past a certain point? Like, are you still trying to get bigger, or are you kind of like set with how you are currently?
I'm always trying to get bigger, but I'm trying to not have a neck. That sounds terrible. But yeah, these people are always just juicing. That's what I'm trying to go the route, is just natural bodybuilding.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot longer to get, size, but
yeah.
I'm trying to go that route.
Eventually, without steroids, I'm sure, like, is there a kind of a max capacity to where like you probably wouldn't be able to get much bigger?
I would assume so, but then they just take more, and these people die super young, which is pretty sad.
Yeah. But I mean, for someone like you who's doing it naturally, like, will there come a point when you feel like you can't get much bigger, or do you still every year, like you still notice yourself getting bigger?
It's honestly hard to say.
Okay.
But I feel like I've gained a little bit of size over the years.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to build 1 pound of muscle, so it takes time.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you mentioned that you're trying to go like the all natural route.
Yep.
Which that seems like a really common trend now. Like people on social media kind of take pride in like, oh, like I'm an all natural bodybuilder, or like
a lot of people aren't.
Yeah, well, so I was gonna ask, like, what do you consider being all natural? Because some guys I see say they're all natural and they look just like an absolute monster, and I'm like, are they really? And then some people consider like if you even take creatine, like that's not all natural. Like what is all natural?
Well, I take creatine, but there's creatine in tuna, for example. There's natural substance.
Yeah.
You're taking like Tren, which is like this. You don't want any of that. Or
What's
steroids.
that? What's Tren?
It's just a type of steroid.
Okay.
Enhancement type drug.
Yeah. What do you take, I guess?
I do apple cider vinegar pills. Helps me shred down.
Okay.
I do creatine.
Yeah.
Pre-workout, amino acids, simple things like that. And that's literally my diet.
Okay. And is your source of protein, you just get it all from food? You don't
protein? I do have protein powder as well.
Oh, okay.
I always keep the protein high though, no matter if I'm shredding or bulking.
Okay.
Because that's what helps me keep my muscles. But
yeah, yeah. Because if you cut back on the protein, even if you're eating enough food, will you lose muscle mass?
That's how my body reacts.
Okay.
I mean, you can get protein in other sources rather than like meat and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that, but yeah, I cut down the carbs and then I keep the protein high, and it works out well for me.
Okay. Wait, you said apple cider vinegar or
pills? Yeah.
Pills.
Yeah.
Because I don't
like the straight shooting.
Yeah, I've seen people take that, and I've heard it's just disgusting. But that's weird. It's cool that you can take like pills for it.
Yeah, I just do it 2 or 3 times a day.
Okay. Wow.
with my creatine.
Yeah. When you work out, like how often do you work out, first of all?
I try to work out every day. Some days I'll just be so sore. I gotta have a rest day.
Yeah. And like how long are the workouts usually?
Typically about 2 hours.
Okay.
Hour and a half lifting. If I'm feeling really good, I'll do a 2 hour lift and then 30 minutes of cardio.
Okay.
But in the winter, it's just 2 hours of lifting.
Yeah.
No
What's
cardio.
your cardio usually involve?
Typically Stairmaster. If my legs are really sore, then I'll do rowing.
Okay. Do you ever like
all else
run?
fails, I just do the bike. No, I
Okay.
never run.
Never run?
I used to all the time in soccer. Now I'm
Yeah.
tired of it.
30 minutes on the stair machine. That's
Yeah.
insane. That thing sucks.
Sometimes I'll do an hour.
Oh my God, dude. That's crazy.
I change
So-
the pace though. It's not like level 6 all the time. Sometimes
Okay.
I do 12. It's all over.
Okay. When you work out for like 2 hours a day or like an hour and a half a day of lifting for like years, do you get to a point where you're like bored of exercises?
No, it's fun because you get to see your improvements.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I mean, like, do you try and mix it up and add variations and like different techniques and stuff
all
to
the time.
kind of, because I feel like if you just do a regular bench press all the time, that's probably going to get a little boring for someone like you, you know?
No, yeah, I change it all the time. Also,
Okay.
just for your body, it doesn't plateau. So what tends to happen for a lot of people is they just do the same workouts. They find
Yeah.
something online and they're like, I'm just going to do this.
Yeah.
And the hit'll plateau. It's 'cause
Okay.
you got to diversify your workout.
Yeah, yeah. Will you, when you lift, do like the same muscle groups together all the time, or
never.
you always mix it up?
Like some day I'll do only back day. Some days I'll do back and biceps. Some day I'll do, back and shoulders.
Yeah.
Switch it up all the time.
Okay. What is your favorite and least favorite muscle group to work out?
I'd have to say calves is my least favorite.
Calves? Okay. Yeah.
I mean legs.
Yeah.
No, I like legs because it's, especially during summertime, because that's what helps me shred down because I'm
Okay.
exerting so much energy.
Wait, you said it's your favorite or your least favorite?
In the summer.
Oh, in the summer. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Just because I'm able to burn a lot of calories.
Okay.
But during bulking season, when you're not really seeing those results,
Yeah.
it's not as fun.
Yeah, okay.
Favorite though would probably
Oh, yeah,
be
yeah,
arm
what's
day.
Arms,
day,
yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, that's right.
So for people who like are watching this and don't know who you are and haven't followed you, you post a lot of like, you'll post workouts that other people can kind of follow along with.
Yep.
Is that how you've seen growth through social media as like a fitness person, like kind of giving things to people that they can kind of use themselves? Is that kind of what you like to like help people and like kind of be as like this guiding figure in a way?
Yeah, I'm just trying to increase my credibility. I mean, if I post workouts, people are gonna be like, "Oh, this is cool. I like this guy," and then I'll follow him. But if I don't
Yeah.
post very like informative stuff or things that people don't really like,
Yeah.
I assume they probably won't follow me for long. So that's
Yeah,
what I try to do.
for sure.
Create some engagement.
Do posts like that tend to do better than a post like
Typically,
of you
yeah.
just lifting, just like looking insane? Like,
Typically, yeah,
those do
just
better?
because people like to save them for later.
Mhm.
But yeah, people typically like those better.
Yeah,
So I've been doing a lot more of those.
yeah. Okay. Do you do any sort of like outside of social media personal training, or does
Yeah,
that not
actually-
really interest you?
Well, I just quit my job because I'm moving to Texas, but I was personal trainer and managed a gym. So
Oh,
it was-
okay.
Yeah.
So you all of the above,
Yeah.
basically.
So I did that job so that I could kind of learn when I open up my own gym, I know how to manage it.
Yeah, yeah. So you said one day you'd kind of like to be an influencer, and that's the goal, and to be able to open your own gym, stuff like that. What is kind of the next step in your journey there? Like, what's kind of the next big thing for you on that you're like working towards right now?
Well, right now I'm working on the Centric app, which my buddies and I have been working on. And hopefully once that takes off, then we can kind of focus on other priorities.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, that's kind of the baby right now that we're
Yeah. So could you explain that for people who don't know, like what Centric is, what it's all about?
Yeah, so it's pretty much an app that provides a tempo that you follow when you work out, because a lot of people use momentum when they work out. They just like to swing the weights around.
Yeah.
They don't really focus on the mind-muscle connection.
Yeah.
So that's what it's good for. And then we'll have other aspects as well where I put my workouts in there, and you can actually train the exact same intensity as me. So I've created the rest timers, everything to exactly what I do, which is pretty cool. So if you literally use the same weight I did, then you're literally doing the exact same workout, which is pretty cool.
And it's the app is free.
Yep.
Okay. So Centric is kind of like, you guys have a team, right?
Yeah.
So it's you, and then like how many other people are part of it?
There's 3 of us.
Okay.
What originally started is my buddy Jared. He is the founder, and then his buddy Sam. We're best friends.
Okay.
They created the app. I had my fitness page. we met at a party and then we linked up, and then ever
Yeah.
since then we've became business partners, and
Yeah.
it's been going well.
And have you guys seen success in the app and like people using it, and like
It's been
growth in
been growing
the
really
business?
well. Right now we're trying to find funding, so that, because I'm head of sponsorship, so I kind of decide which influencers we want on board.
Mm-hmm.
So once we kind of get funding, I'll be doing like signing bonuses with influencers and stuff like that, which would be pretty cool.
Wow, that's cool. So are you currently the only influencer that's a part of it, or is there?
Well,
other
I'm
people?
one of the owners, but
Yeah.
we have, let's say, about 5 influencers.
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
So you already got some people.
Yeah,
that
we
are
already
a
got
part
some
of it.
people,
Okay, that's awesome.
and we have the workouts in the workout store, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So I have like some other just random questions that
fine.
I didn't
No
like
worries.
have a way to weave in, but I just wanted to
Okay.
ask them.
Ask away.
One, do you work out when you're sick? Because I've heard like mixed things, and I don't really know.
I typically do.
Okay.
No days off.
Yeah.
No, it's just because it usually makes me feel better because I'll sweat everything out.
Yeah.
It might not be a very long or efficient workout, but it's just the habit of going there and continuing to work out.
Yeah. Just
Even
doing
if it's
something.
even if it's for 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I usually go for 2, so 2
Okay.
hours.
Okay.
The only thing I wouldn't go is if I was like yakking.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be going.
Not a good idea.
Yeah.
What type of music do you listen to? Because
Yeah, EDM.
okay.
I was just listening to country only when it's sunny out.
Will you listen to country when you're lifting?
No.
Okay.
'Cause
So
then
I feel
I'll-
like you need to
yeah.
get hyped up.
No, I gotta listen to EDM. I like SoundCloud sets.
Yeah.
Like Millennium's my favorite
Okay.
producer.
Yeah.
Let's see. My Spotify playlist.
Okay.
That one's a really good one. But yeah, really just EDM's kind of the main genre
Okay.
I listen to.
You mentioned that you take pre-workout, which like
Yeah.
most people do.
I did.
Do you feel like you can still have a good workout if you don't take pre-workout? Because I know some of my friends have almost become like dependent on it, where if they don't take pre-workout, they just feel like sluggish and slow.
Yeah, I actually just had this issue. I just did a caffeine detox because I was having over 1,000 milligrams a day.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so
That's insane.
I ended up cutting it out for 2 weeks, and I was actually able to work out just fine.
Really?
And now I'm doing less than 300 a day.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good for your heart.
Yeah.
Did you get like raging headaches and stuff throughout the
Yeah,
day?
you have caffeine headaches, which is like withdrawals. But that was really the only first 2 days during my detox.
Okay.
But now that I'm drinking it again, I kind of get them.
Yeah.
It sucks, but not as bad.
So you mentioned that you're moving to Texas.
Yeah.
Is this kind of the turning point where like, are you going full time into like fitness and
I mean, I'll still be doing a day job, but I'll be working part-time because I'm going to be focusing on my fitness career. Because I'm going to be working out with influencers, collaborating with them.
Yeah.
And hopefully, make a living off of it. So
Yeah. That's awesome. There seems to be a ton of people that do what you do in Texas, Louisiana, like
California is big.
yeah,
California, Texas is really big. I'm gonna say Florida,
yeah,
but really not anywhere else.
yeah. But that's exciting. It's cool because I don't know. It seems like a lot of times the people that get big are people that can build a connection with people that are already big and kind of like share their fan base and like then develop their own fan base off of it. Because it's really hard to go from like literally nothing and grow organically without any sort of like help, like just yourself. Because that's like what I'm trying to do right now. It's like it's really a tough process, but
it takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, though, I don't really care about the following as long as helping people out. Which is pretty cool.
For sure. So my last main question I have is just more broad, but what's the biggest piece of advice, I guess, you'd give to anybody who maybe isn't really big into lifting or just fitness in general right now?
For me, it was always setting a goal, because if you have no goal in mind, it's easy to like get off track and not want to pursue anything.
Yeah.
So goal was the biggest thing for me, and then consistency, constantly going to the gym. If you're not consistent, you're not. That's with anything in life, though. If you're not consistent or anything like that, it's not going to be very effective.
Yeah, because I'm sure, I don't know, I feel like people see these people on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube that are just like huge
and
like
discouraged, or they're like,
or they just, I feel like some people assume that these people just want to be in the gym 3 hours a day and they just love it that much. But I feel like even you, I'm sure there's days when you don't want to go to the gym at all.
oh no, I gotta
and
go.
you just force yourself to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, like, I don't know. That's the thing with anybody that's like at the top of what they do. It looks like from the outside that they just absolutely love it and they want to do it all the time. But for everybody, I'm sure there's times when they're like, I don't want to do this at all
absolutely.
today.
Yeah, that's usually when I just find a good playlist, gets me in the mood, maybe take a little pre-workout or too much pre-workout. And I go from there, and that usually motivates me to finish it off strong.
Yeah, for sure. I just thought of another one, mainly for me. The biggest issue for me is not necessarily like consistency or like going, but for me it's like outside of the gym, just like eating healthy and like getting enough sleep and stuff. Do you have troubles with that, or are you like, I guess, what's the biggest thing that like holds you up in like fitness? Like, what's the biggest struggle that you have?
I mean, that's why I started my page, is be like, I'm not gonna eat this pizza because I gotta post a cool picture or video tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I like to have fun.
Yeah.
Just keep it to a minimum.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what you gotta do is you gotta grind it out for 5-6 months, and then once you're kind of at a stage, you can have more cheat meals because you're already at that point.
Yeah.
And your metabolism's so fast that it kind of burns everything off.
Yeah.
But there is a time where you just have to completely cut everything out. Just be antisocial in a way and then get back to it.
Yeah. Well, that's what's cool. I feel like once you get to a certain level, it gives you the freedom to kind of like you said, have a cheat meal or like take a day off. Yeah. Whereas if you're like at the bottom trying to get to that point, that's not really an option yet.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? But
also it takes about 21 days to break a bad habit. So if you consistently eat well for months on end and you have a bad meal, you're going to have a terrible stomach ache or you're going to feel like shit. So, I mean, that's why you want to eat well as well.
Do you even crave like bad food anymore? Or are you kind of at a point where you
I love junk food. Yeah.
Okay, so you still like it, but you won't feel the best after.
Yeah, obviously I stay away from it, but
yeah,
I'm all for junk food.
Cool.
One thing I like don't eat anything. It's like I eat everything.
Yeah, and I feel like those people that I see on social media that like, I don't know, that like just track everything so much and like no sugar ever. It's just like, it doesn't seem like a fun way to live. I don't know.
The only time I would ever do that is if I was competing, because you have to get down to those really, really low body fats.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if you're trying to enjoy yourself, I really don't think it's necessary.
Yeah. Well, that's a good question. Would you ever want to compete in those like men's physique competitions or stuff like that? Yeah, I think it'd be
cool. They're coming out with these new ones where they actually get your hair sample, so you can't cheat the system.
Meaning what?
For steroids.
Oh, so do people take steroids even in the men's physique?
Yeah. Okay. And what they do is they're able to hop off it a couple of weeks before when I don't know what the time frame is.
Yeah.
But they can hop off just before and then test fine, test negatives,
wow.
Which is crazy.
But now they're implementing a new thing where that won't be an option at all.
Well, all the regular ones are still going to be the same.
Yeah.
But I know there's going to be a division where if you win that, you get your pro card, which is pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Oh, so there's going to be a new separate division where they take hair samples.
That's just what I heard.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's true, but
yeah, that's awesome. And for those competitions, is that organized by like a league that does all of them? And do they like make any like? Is there prize money? I assume.
Yeah, there is actually prize money.
Okay.
Obviously, at my level, it would be nothing. But like Mr. Olympia and the big guys, they make $500,000. Just by winning.
Jeez.
So.
Trying to think.
What do you find yourself struggling with?
Honestly, it's like for me the biggest issue is like the late night. Like I can eat fine during most of the day, then I eat a good dinner,
late night cravings.
And then it's like at like 11 o'clock, I'll just have like
you don't want to eat
like cookies or something, and I'm like literally it was all for nothing because I just eat good the whole day, then just eat like shit right before bed or something.
What you need to do is you need to have someone that's gonna discipline you for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then once you kind of get a taste of those results, then you're gonna be motivated to stay away from that stuff.
Yeah.
But if you don't see results right away, that can be dissatisfying, and you're like, oh, this isn't working anyways. Let me go get a loaf of bread at Subway.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for me at least, since I make like a lot of videos and stuff, I like earlier this year, my buddy Shim and I did a 30 Days of Hell challenge.
That's cool.
And for me, like having like videos that I'm making relating to fitness hold me accountable because it's like if we're doing this 1 month challenge, I can't like slack off for the sake of the video, not necessarily for me, just for like the video.
Absolutely.
And so,
and that was a goal that you set for 30 days.
Yeah.
So if you just set a longer goal of like what you want to weigh, you know, specific goals, you'll keep yourself accountable, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's what I do, at least.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Well, anyways, thanks, Jason, for doing this. Thanks. Everybody should go follow him. What's your @ on Instagram?
Twaddle_fitness.
Okay. Yeah. So everybody, not that there's going to be like millions of people watching this, but if you guys need some really good workouts that are going to push you, definitely go follow him. He posts you literally post workouts all the time.
Every day.
Yeah. So, anyways, be sure to follow him on Instagram. You can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Twitter and Instagram. Also, I kind of use these videos on my personal channel as a platform to tell people about my podcast called Peak to Middle School that I host with my buddy Kyle, and it's in the studio. So if you guys want to check that out, it's the first link in the description down below. All of Jason's stuff will be linked down below too. Also, I am in the process of putting this series, this Interrogating series with all the people I've done it with so far on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So if you guys prefer to listen to it as opposed to watching the video version, it'll be up there pretty soon. So just want to let you guys know about that. But anyways, with all that being said, thanks again, Jason.
Thanks for having me.
And,
appreciate you.
Talk to you guys later.